Good morning, all of you. So today we are going to continue with the further part of the chapter heat, and today almost we will cover the chapter, and next class we will be discussing about the question answers related to this chapter. So in the previous class we had studied something related to the transfer of heat. We had studied that the transfer of heat mainly occurs by three processes: conduction, convection and radiation. Conduction occurs in solid, liquid, gas. Convection in liquid and gases, and radiation actually no medium is required. In gases also conduction radiation is occurring. So we discussed related to CCR in the previous class, and we studied what is conduction, what is convection. Today's class mainly we'll study what is sea breeze, what is land breeze, and further we'll understand what is radiation. As you remember, conduction, usually what happened, we remember the picture that we studied, right, related to the heating of the iron rod. Then we had studied related to convection, related to heating of water in a round bottom flask. So today we will study radiation. But before studying radiation, it is necessary to study what is sea breeze and what is land breeze. So sea breeze and land breeze. You can see sea breeze. During the day, the land gets heated faster than the sea. So the air above the land, it gets heated. It becomes hotter and rises up. And cool air from the sea move towards the land. This is called as sea breeze. You can see in the picture, right? Daytime what is happening? The land is getting heated faster because there is no water on the land, so it is getting heated faster. Daytime, if you go into the nearby pond or sea or any water source, okay, land is hot and water is cold, correct? You see, even in the afternoon water is cold. Why? Land is hot and water is cold. Why this is happening? This is happening because land is getting heated faster. So near the sea region also this is occurring. Land is getting heated faster than the sea. So what is happening? Air above the land, it is becoming hotter and it rises up. Okay, so when air is becoming hotter, what is happening? It is rising up. And the cool air from the sea, it is moving towards the land. This is called as the sea breeze. Okay, cool air from the sea, it is moving to the land. Once the air above the land, it is getting heated, it rises up. So the water, cool air from the sea, it is moving towards the land. This is called as the sea breeze. Okay, the sea breeze, the effect of the sea breeze. Okay, this occurs during the daytime. You can see in the daytime picture what is happening. Near to that A picture, you can see the what is happening. The air near the land, it is heating and it is moving towards the sea. That red color arrow you can see. Okay, and what is happening? The blue color arrow which indicates cool air, it is moving towards the land. Now, but during the night, you can see in the land breeze, during the night the sea cools down slowly than the land. Night time what is happening? Since sea is having water, it is cooling slowly than the land. So the hot air above the sea, it is rising up, and the cool air from the land, it moves towards the sea. This is called as the land breeze. Okay, what is this called? This is called as the land breeze. So nighttime picture, if you see, nighttime and the B picture, you see, you can see that what is happening. Night time what is happening? Sea cools down slowly. So the sea is hot. Okay, the water is warmer. You might have seen, if you go to the sea or if you go to water at night time and you put your leg inside, then it is bit warmer than the land. Land is colder and the sea or the water body, it is much hotter. Okay, so what is happening? Why this is happening? This is happening because the warm air is rising up and the cool air, okay, it is cool air it is taking its place. Okay, so this is called as the land breeze. So during the daytime, sea breeze is active. At the night time, land breeze is there. You can see in both the pictures. If you compare both the pictures, you can understand it clearly. Okay, so you can see daytime what is happening. Yes, you can see in the same picture that during the daytime, the warm air from the land, it is moving towards the sea. Okay, and during the night time, what is happening? The cool air, okay, it is taking its place. Okay, so as I have explained you in the first picture. Now sea breeze, you can see again. Okay, one, cool air moves from the sea to the land. Number one, you can see cool air, it is moving from the sea to the land. Second, you can see number two in the picture. So warm air from the land is rising up. Third, you can see warm air take the place of the cool air at high atmosphere. Fourth, you can see cool air is pushed down towards the sea. This is during the daytime. So this is called as the sea breeze. So land breeze, you can see number one, cool air move from the land to the sea. Second one, you can see warm air from the sea rises up. Third, you can see warm air take the place of cool air at high temperature. Fourth, you can see cool air is pushed down towards the land. Okay, so this is the continuous process, daytime and night time. Again, you can see in this picture, picture A, picture B. Okay, these pictures I will be sending you in PDF format. You should see all these pictures. Okay, then only you can understand clearly what is it. What is land breeze, what is sea breeze. Now, so how we can say what is radiation? Okay, so we can say that conduction is energy. In conduction, energy is transferred by direct contact. You can see. In convection, what is happening? Energy is transferred by the mass motion of the molecules. And in radiation, energy is transferred by electromagnetic radiation. Usually, the molecules are far away. Okay, so there are some kind of rays which are called as electromagnetic rays. Okay, so in that way, energy is transferred. Right, you can see. First, you can see in conduction, the vessel becomes hot if you touch it. So in solids, usually this occurs. Okay. The clothes that we wear in different seasons. We are going to discuss about the clothes which we are going to wear in different season. You can see in summer, what kind of clothes we wear. We usually prefer to wear cotton clothes. In winter, we wear woolen clothes. And in rainy, we wear raincoats, of course. Okay. So why do people advise us to wear cotton clothes in summer and woolen clothes in winter? Let us find out the reason for this. Colors are very important. Okay, so dark color, it absorbs maximum amount of energy than light color. Whereas black color absorbs maximum amount of heat energy. Dark color and black color. So activity 4.10 in your textbook, if you see, you have to take two identical tin cans. Okay, you have to paint the outer surface of one black and of the other one white. Then you have to pour equal amount of water in each and leave them in the sun for about 1 hour. Okay. Measure the temperature of water in both the cans. What do you find? You will find that the temperature if in the black can, okay, it is more. Temperature of water in the black can, it is more. What does it mean? It means that black color or dark colors, it absorbs maximum heat. What does it do? It absorbs maximum heat. Okay, that is why what happened in summer season, we have to wear light clothes, okay, or cotton clothes or light colors. Light colors, what happened? They will not absorb maximum energy. They will release all the energy. Whereas in winter season, we should wear what kind of clothes? Woolen clothes. Why? Because dark and woolen clothes, they will absorb maximum amount of energy, heat energy. because in winter season we want to keep our body hot. That's why we have to use dark colors compared to summer season. Summer season, if you use dark clothes, you will sweat very fast. Okay. Winter season, if you wear light clothes, light colored clothes, then what happen? Your body will not feel warm. It will feel much colder. Okay. So that is the behavior of. Again, you can see here how convection. If you are having a fire nearby, then how conduction. If you take a rod, okay, by conduction, one end of the rod you heat and the second end you feel the heat. This clearly shows the transfer of heat by conduction. Similarly, if you place your hand above the fire, what happened? The molecules at the lower end, they are getting heated and the warm air, it rises up and the cool air take its place. In radiation, what happened? Electromagnetic rays, they play a very important role. Okay, and even if you are far, this heat will reach to you. So a simple fire can show you all these things in 1 second. Again, you can understand this. How conduction, how convection, and how radiation. How by these three means the transfer of heat it is occurring. You can clearly understand from the picture.